Buddy, I wanted to show everybody something I've been working on for a little while. I call it my creation equation. So I'm gonna wait for some more people to get on. I'm gonna wait for some more people to join, and then I'm gonna explain to everybody what you could understand behind this right here. Hopefully you guys will understand. So yeah, I got a couple of people on right now. Let's see if anybody enjoys this. All right, check it out. I'll just start and come back into it. So, what's up, Sarah? How you doing? So we got frequency over time, right? Frequency over time, creating the electromagnetic field. Frequency will come down here. The word being the intelligence being frequency. Plain and simple, frequency is the intelligence behind vibration. What up, Roger? How you doing? So frequency being the intelligence behind vibration. Vibration is what creates energy, and then energy creates matter, but it's based off of the frequency. And in order to have a frequency, you must have an intelligence in order to tune that vibration into that frequency for things to happen. So that's where I've got frequency is the intelligence behind vibration. The word, when spoken, that's the intelligence. It's spoken, it's the intelligence, it's the frequency behind vibration. Vibration creates energy, energy creating matter. It only makes sense once you understand this stuff right here. So, frequency over time equals the electromagnetic field. Once you have an electromagnetic field, you have to times that by frequency over time once again, because the frequency always tweaks everything that it originally creates to create anew. And now you have energy. Now you have a way for the energy to be carried. The electromagnetic field carrying the energy times frequency over time. That's going to be our infinite creation equation, basically. So you've got the infinite equation. So once you have energy carried by the electromagnetic field, you times it by frequency over time, you tweak that energy to make whatever molecule, whatever you want. You've got hydrogen, you've got nitrogen, you've got oxygen, but you have to have on that frequency's level. This is how I explain this. The first time the word was spoken, it woke time, and the electromagnetic force carried energy surpassing sound of the words spoken to create light, meaning let there be light. The first time it was spoken, the first time it even happened. Before that, the earth was void and without form, and the Lord's Spirit hovered above the waters. So before that, there was no energy, there was no light, there was nothing. And then he spoke, and what happened? But the frequency, it changed things. It created an energy. It created a light. And then after that, the light's frequency itself was changed. There's a new experiment going on where you can take a single photon, which is a molecule of light, so to say. It's really not light. Light is actually electroradiation, which is something that happens because of photons bouncing off of and reflecting off of things. So as a photon hits this and bounces off of it, it creates an electroradiation, and that's actually how we're able to see these things. Anyways, so energy moved by the electromagnetic field and exists because of frequency over time, always. Matter is attracted to energy and is moved via the electromagnetic field. Frequency over time then determines the matter's end. So say, I don't know how I can do that. Say vibration is an absolute straight line. When you got absolutely nothing, you got zero frequency, it's a straight line. Now you've got, let's go ahead and tune that frequency intelligently to a 0.00001, whatever the first one is. Now you've got your first wavelength, aka you've got your first vibration. Now we're going to tweak that a little bit more. We're going to want this frequency at a specific area in order for us to create nitrogen. So we're going to tweak that frequency a little more, give that nitrogen more energy. All of a sudden now you've got more molecules, you've got more things coming up. You keep adding to that. The frequency is everything. That's what I'm trying to get across to people, is the frequency being the intelligence behind vibration, and vibration being the source of everything. But what is vibration vibrating? Time. That's why I've got frequency over time. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Time, you may say, is a concept of humans and humans only, but I highly disagree. The Lord himself said that he put the signs in the heavens and the celestial bodies in the heavens for us to understand time. So obviously, even as time being understood only through the perception of humans as we are, that's exactly what it was meant to be. It was specifically meant to be for us to perceive time by using the stars in the heavens. So now that we've got the stars in the heavens, now that we got time, and now that time is basically solidified as something that's not just a human perceptive, type quality, you've got frequency over time. Literally, that's everything. That's the beginning. But you have to have energy in order to have anything else. The laws of thermodynamics, it pretty much says that energy and matter cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transferred. This is literally proving that wrong. This is more heliocentric, BS being proved wrong right here, because vibration absolutely creates energy. Energy creates matter. And if you cease the vibration, if you're able to tune into it and cease the vibration, you would cease the energy, ceasing the matter. Nikola Tesla once built a box he could hold in his hands, connected that box to a skyscraper, added the frequency, connected the frequency of the skyscraper, and had the entire skyscraper shaking as if an earthquake was going on by a box he held in his hand. Why? Because he tapped into that frequency. That's why Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy and frequency. What does that mean? You've got energy right here. You got frequency right here. But time determines everything. Everything happens over a course of time. No matter how minute that amount of time could be, it could be like that, but that's an amount of time, irregardless. We may not be able to perceive it, but it's an amount of time that does happen. There's cameras that can take 1,000 pictures per second. We can't see that fast, nor can we comprehend things happening that slow, but we can actually get those things to happen. We can document those things. We can recreate those things, and not just recreate them, we can twist them around and make them what we want them to be. So if it's creatable and redeterminable and redoable by us, then it's absolutely true. What's up, Dave? How you doing, buddy? So when God spoke at first, saying, let there be light, he created and he divided the light from the dark right here. He created the firmament, the stars within, the waters above and below. And now you've got earth. Everything is beautiful as it is. And then he created the animals to live on the earth. All through the word, all through speaking the word. It was the frequency by speaking. As a matter of fact, what I'm doing, what you're hearing, it's not actually sound coming out of my mouth. What's actually happening right now is my vocal cords are creating vibrations at a certain percussion in the air at specific intervals that are being collected by your eardrum, which is converted into data to be understood as sound. Vibrations at the base of everything. And what is the vibrations? What is the sound coming out of my mouth? It's determined by the frequency being created by my brain. My brain's creating a frequency within my vocal cords at different oscillations and intervals throughout the atmosphere where it permeates, and that's where it's all coming out. It's the vibrations being created by me. But the vibrations are that's the physical part. The intelligence that's tuning that. That's the way that I basically prove God. It's basically the way that I say, without that intelligence to tune everything, to tune all of these things, that intelligence, the word, the spoken word, in order to create that frequency within vibration so things can create, there's nothing. You can't do anything without the intelligence. And what is the intelligence before all? But Yah himself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you understand where I come from when I try to understand and when I try to speak about Yah, who Yah is, and how to understand him better as being the most infinite, perfect, infallible being there is. This is what I'm going to prove to you. You've got the intelligence behind everything. Without that, there is nothing. That's why God, himself manifests himself in the flesh. He manifests himself in the flesh. It's as if you were to take everything that makes me, my decisions, my life, my memories, my thoughts, my intuition, everything that makes me who I am, that allows me to speak and make the words that I'm speaking to you right now. If you were to take that, download it onto a disc, and put that disc into a blank robot, I would manifest myself in that robot. Well, God is the spirit. He is the being of all. He is the ruach, before he was the flesh. And he manifests himself in the flesh. Why? So that way he can overcome the flesh and show us that the ultimate symbol of sin, flesh, is only overcome through him. Plain and simple. You can only overcome this flesh right here, this physicalness, through Yah. Plain and simple. And once you're able to get through that, all of this right here, the energy and the frequency and everything right here, that's going to become more apparent for you. Or at least I hope so. I hope it becomes more apparent for you right now. I at least hope that you're gaining a better grasp on it, at least. Anyways, that was my small presentation for today. This is my first time doing a live. I'm glad that you guys were able to join me, and I hope that this helped you guys understand Yah a little bit better, the intelligence behind everything. So when a scientific person comes up to you and says, I don't believe in God, you can't explain God scientifically, I believe in science, what you can see, what you can know, what you can feel is real, what you can recreate. Well, hey, guess what, guy? Vibration is at the basis of everything, and frequency is the intelligence behind vibration. It's how vibration is tuned. So without that intelligence to tune the vibration, you have nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's zero vibration equals just a straight line, just dead. It's nothing at all. It's not even actually vibration. It's actually nothing. So you got to add a frequency for vibration to even exist. And it's vibration that creates heat, that creates energy, that creates sound, that creates light. Anyways, I feel very repetitive, just repeating myself over and over again. So one last look. You got the creation equation right here. This is something that I've been working on for quite a while. It started off as some absolutely ridiculous mathematical equation, and slowly edged away at it until I realized there is a basis to it all. God bless, guys. Love you all. Stay blessed.